Hello YouTube, it's Linnell here again, CEO of Lux Leads, here with another Google Ads guide. Today we're going to be talking about how to set up a Google ad for electrician companies. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just dive into this. So what you're going to want to do is after you get into your Google dashboard, now if you don't know how to make a Google Ads account, go ahead and search it up on Google. It's very easy. It'll walk you right through it. And as soon as you create that account, go ahead and create a new campaign. Go ahead and select create a new campaign. Now, one thing I want to mention before we go into this, I want to mention, the benefit of actually running Google Ads for your business and why a lot of companies actually prefer Google Ads over the other marketing choices is because one, Google Ads have the highest intent customers. Because if you think about it, when you're marketing on Facebook or you're running Facebook ads or Instagram ads or TikTok ads, you're paying for interruption marketing. And what interruption marketing means is the client or the customer is not actually looking for your service. They're actually doing something completely unrelated and they happen to see your ad and then they click on the ad and then they submit their information. The reason we call it interrupt marketing is because you're interrupting what they're doing to show your service and get them to convert into a customer. The benefit and the reason why I think Google Ads are better is because you're going after target, search-based customers, which means that this customer that clicks on your Google ad is actually searching up and looking up on Google for your service. So that means that they're way more intending to buy your service because they're actually looking for it, which turns into a higher quality lead. So I'm sure if you run Facebook ads, you know what I'm talking about. It takes a lot more calls to get a customer through Facebook ads. It's just because that client or that customer isn't necessarily looking for your service. They may just remember, and that's why they clicked on your ad and submitted their information. However, with Google Ads, they're actively searching for your service. That's why you can get phone calls from Google Ads, which, just convert at a way higher level because this customer is coming to you. So that's why I think Google Ads is better. Because again, you're marketing based on keywords, which if the client searches a certain keyword, your ad will pop up, which just turns into a more higher intent buyer. So that's why I prefer Google Ads. Anyways, moving on to how to create this Google ad for electrical service companies. What you're going to want to do is go ahead and create new campaign, and then it's going to bring you to this page where it's ask you to choose your objective. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click on leads. The reason we're going to click on leads is because that's, our goal when it comes to Google Ads is we want to generate leads for our business. So go ahead and click on leads. Website traffic also works pretty well because if your landing page is optimized correctly and it's doing its job, obviously, right, the more website traffic you get, the more your landing page will convert into customers. But what we're going to do is we're going to be specific here and we're going to go directly for leads. Okay. Next, it's going to ask you for your conversion goals. I usually just click on phone call leads. Your conversion goals may look different than mine, and that's totally fine. What I would do is I would focus on phone call leads as your conversion goal, or you can go ahead and skip that, and that's no problem. It's not super detrimental here, but if you do have the option, I would go ahead and do phone calls. Okay. So then it's going to ask you for your campaign type. Now, in my previous videos, I explained what all these campaign types actually do, so I'm going to skip that for this video. But all you need to know is that you're going to want to run search campaigns. This is going to produce you the highest intent buyers, the highest quality leads, so you're going to want to go ahead and click that search campaign. Okay. Then it's going to ask for the ways you'd like to actually reach your goal. You can do website visits or phone calls. This isn't super detrimental to fill out, but if you wanted to, you can go ahead and submit your website here and also your phone number here. If anything, you can at least just put your phone number. Okay, you can at least just put your phone number in that section there. But other than that, not super detrimental. That you can leave that blank as well. So go ahead and click continue. Okay, it's going to ask for a campaign name. Super simple here. I just like to name it the company name along with the area that I'm actually searching for, that I'm actually marketing in, right? So, you know, this is, for example, Electrical Guys San Diego. Okay, go ahead and click Start New after you click Continue. Okay, then it's going to ask for your bidding. Now, what we want to go ahead and do is we want to go ahead and focus on clicks. The reason we want to focus on clicks and not something like conversions is because Google has no, especially if this is a brand new campaign, Google has no idea how much it costs to actually get a conversion. So what's going to happen sometimes, right, it's not all the time, is that if you click conversions for your that you want to focus on, Google may overspend on your limit to actually reach what is a conversion. By the way, as the Google ad is growing, you're going to be optimizing, adding negative keywords, taking out search terms, maybe adding more keywords, etc. So, you know, your ad isn't really dialed in. So you don't know what a conversion is yet. And also Google doesn't truly know what a conversion is yet. So what we want to do is we want to get Google as much data as possible, especially in the beginning stages. So then we can honestly just optimize our ad to the best of our ability. So what's going to happen is in the beginning, we want to focus on clicks because we want to focus on the terms that are actually getting clients to click on our ads. And then as time goes on, we're going to understand which clicks are actually turning into conversions, how many clicks are turning into conversions, and then how much it actually cost for us to actually receive a conversion and get a customer. And then in the future, we can actually switch this over to focus on conversions because now we know what our cost per action is. And to make cost per action super simple, a cost per action is just how much it costs for you to get an actual customer, for you to get a conversion. A conversion can be a phone call, it can be a form submission, it's whatever you feel like a conversion is. How much does it cost for you to get that conversion? That's what your cost per action is. And you'll notice if you do clicks, right, it's going to ask you for your cost per click. And to keep things simple, your cost per click is how much do you want to pay per click. Now, to figure that out, to figure out a max keyword, a max cost per click, what I personally like to do is I like to go over to a software called Google Keyword Planner. This is in your ad account. When you make your ad account, you automatically have it. If you want to just find it, just go ahead and search up Google Keyword Planner. It'll take you right there. It'll ask you to sign in. It'll take you right to this tool. And then what you're going to want to press is Discover New Keywords. Now, for electricians, I know there's, you know, a whole bunch of services that you do offer in Electrician. What I like to do is I like to look at what services that you want to focus on as an electrician. And what you would do is you would actually input that in this search box here. Input all the keywords that you want to focus on in your Google ad here. I prefer the higher ticket items. That way, you know, you're really making a good return on investment because you're selling the higher ticket items, but also the low ticket items because the more the merrier, right? The more money, the more jobs you get, the more money you're going to make. So any service that you want to focus on your Google ad, go ahead and put that in this search box here. Make sure you separate them by a comma or a space, and then click this little icon here. Now, if you don't click this and you don't do this, you're going to be targeting the entire United States, which is not going to give you accurate data. So you're going to want to just put the city that you're going to want to focus in or the zip code, right? Depending on where you want to market. If you want to market in a certain zip code or a certain neighborhood that you know you get a lot of jobs at, you can put that zip code or that neighborhood there. If you want to market into the entire city, go ahead and put that there. Let me just make sure my mic is on because that did happen last time. Okay, so yeah, so you go ahead and put that city in there, put the services that you want to target, and then what I like to do is after I do that, it's going to give you the top of range cost per click. It's going to give you the top of range. Just to show you an example of what that is, I'll just use something basic. I know this isn't the niche. We're going to just do tree service. It's a little bit easier here. Okay. Okay, well, I put tree service, so that's obviously not going to show anything. But if we just put tree service, okay, so see, it shows the search volume there. And then what I'm talking about is, okay, sorry about that. Okay, so what it says here, you'll see here, top of the page, bid high range. So what I like to do, if I want to make a max cost per click, and this is optional here, you could let Google figure out your max cost per click as well. Just know that you may spend a lot in the beginning until you understand how much it actually costs per click. But what I like to do if I really want to be on top of my expenses when it comes to Google Ads is I like to put the max cost per click at least a penny above the most expensive keyword that I'm going for the top of the page bid high range. So here we can see it's $28.74. So if I was doing tree service here, my max cost per click, that's actually stump grinder, which is an entirely different thing, but that's another topic. So I would actually put here, again, it's depending on what service you offer and what service you want to go after. Okay, we're going to talk about keywords and which keywords you want to go after later down into this guide. But this is like I said, it's the max top of the page bid high range. You want to put it at least 1 penny above the most expensive cost per click you actually see on that. Compared to all your services that you're going to market. So in this case, since I'm doing tree service and we see tree trimming right here, that's a service that you would offer in tree trimming. I would put my max cost per click $25.67. That's what I would do if I was doing tree service, right? For electrician, there's a whole bunch of services that you guys do offer. Some companies offer different services than other companies. So, do know your services, know what services you want to market, and just find the most expensive one there, and then put that at least a penny above. So then that way you're not spending too much money, and you want to be able to save on that, okay? So this part you can go ahead and skip for now. So after that, go ahead and click next. And then what you want to do is go ahead and uncheck both of these boxes. The search network and the display network. The reason you want to uncheck these boxes is because the quality of clicks that you're going to get from here just aren't going to be as high converting as if you just market straight on Google. Trust me, I've tested this. Thousands of other Google Ads agencies, companies have tested this. This is the truth. Now, if you work with somebody that actually works for Google Ads, they may want you to do this. Just understand that their job is to get you to spend as much money as possible, because that's how they get their bonuses and that's how they get their congratulations, is with you spending as much money on their platform, because Google obviously is a business first. And their main goal is to make as much money as possible. That's why you see here, they'll try to get you to actually check on these things so you can expand your reach. But I'm telling you now, you may expand your reach, but the quality of clicks will just be that much lower and you may not get as much calls. So I would not do that. Okay. The next is location. So remember what I said. What you want to do here is you want to specifically target the city that you want to market in, right? If you want to market in just a separate neighborhood or a zip code, go ahead and put that zip code in this location box here. Now, understand this about locations. The bigger the city is, the more expensive your cost per click is going to be. The more expensive your cost per action is going to be, right? It's a simple law of supply and demand. The bigger the city is, the more competitors you have, right? So, just understand that your cost is going to go up the bigger your area of marketing is. Now, what a lot of clients like to do, especially if they don't want to spend too much money in the beginning, is they like to look at their history and see where most of their jobs are coming from, and then go ahead and target those specific zip codes in their Google Ads and see if they can get some traction with that. Just understand that you may not get traction in those small neighborhoods. You may have to go after the big city to get enough traction to actually convert into paying customers. So just understand that there's nuances to this. This is not a perfect. This is not perfect, right? Nothing's perfect. Nothing's guaranteed. But just understand that you want to go after search volume, right? You want to make sure that there's search volume for your targeted keyword or your service in the city you're marketing. And a good tool to check for search volume is Google Keyword Planner. It tells you right here, right? If I was selling stump grinders in San Diego, well, it only gets 10 searches a month. Just understand you're not going to get that much searches. But if I do tree trimming in San Diego, you're getting 140 searches a month. It's a big difference, right? So you want to check this tool, put your service that you're offering in this tool, and see if it's getting search volume. So that way you know that, okay, it's getting enough search volume. I'd at least say, 50 plus, 40, 50 plus. The smaller the city, obviously you can get away with 20, sometimes maybe even 10. Just understand that your lead flow is going to be slower. But yeah, so you want to make sure that the service that you have obviously has search volume. And also, thing I forgot to mention is you want to also check your zip code or your city that you're marketing in right here. So you just want to double check that you're actually getting search volume. Okay, so after you do that, what you want to do is your location options. So this is really important, is you want to do presence, people in or regularly in your included location. So you make sure that you're not targeting people outside of the city that you're trying to market to. That's where some of you guys ran Google Ads, but you notice that you've gotten jobs way out of your city bounds. It's because you haven't checked this box here. You have presence or interest, people in, regularly in, or who've showed interest in your included locations, right? And of course, Google is going to tell you that they want you to do this because, again, they want your money, right? They want you to get more clicks, because guess what more clicks mean? More money for Google, because Google is unlike Facebook or Instagram or TikTok where you're paying just for them to run your ad. Google charges per click. So the more clicks you get, the more you have to pay, and the more Google makes. So Google's main goal is to get you clicks, which is good, right? Google obviously, because the more clicks you get, the more potential customers you get, but you have to make sure you're getting the right clicks, right? Google's main goal is to just get you clicks. They don't care if it's the right click or not. They just want to get you clicks because they know that that's what they get their money from. But you, as the business owner, you want to make sure you're getting the right clicks that actually have the most potential to turn into paying customers, right? So now what you want to do is go ahead and scroll down. After you do that, make sure you check that box there. And then scroll down here to where it says ad rotation. This is fine. You want to prefer best performing ads. That means that Google will always be showing your best performing ads. So you want that. Start and end dates. You don't have to set this. You can stop your ad whenever you want. There's no point to do that. Ad schedule. So this is really important, guys. Make sure you run your ad where you actually are working. A lot of times, Google likes to hide this because okay, so never mind. So I don't think Google's actually trying to hide this. But the thing is what you want to do with the ad schedules, again, you want to make sure that you're actually running your ad during work hours. A lot of people skip this part and their ad runs 24/7, 7 days a week. And then you find you're getting calls at midnight, right? Or you're getting, Now, if you run 24-hour emergency service, yes, run your ads 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. But if you're just running, regular work hours, 40 hours a week, you want to make sure your ad represents that. And you also want to make sure you have somebody who's at least trained in they don't have to be, the Wolf of Wall Street sales ability, but have at least a trained person on the phone to take calls and set appointments for you. A lot of contractors like to keep their phone on them and answer their own marketing calls, which is totally fine. Just understand that if you're not able to answer the phone call right away when it comes in, and you're not able to call it back in the 5 minutes, say you're doing a job and you're busy, just understand that the chances of you losing that lead or losing that customer go up drastically. Because they're on to the next company. They're calling the next contractor to get a quote because, you weren't able to answer the phone. And trust me, I know, customers even know this. Contractors are busy. You guys are busy. You guys are doing work. You guys are doing jobs here and there. So, you'll notice a lot of contractors aren't able to answer the phone. But that's how you beat your competition. You answer the phone. You will decimate your competition by doing that. Trust me, I've been in this industry long enough. With contractors, with business owners, 90% of your competition does not answer their phone. It's actually insane. So if you can just answer your phone, you're way ahead of your competitors. Try it one day. Try calling companies in your neighborhood city that aren't already a prominent brand. Try calling your competitors and see if they answer the phone. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Like I said, it's understandable. You guys are working, right? So it's understandable. But just being able to have that, being able to answer the phone, being able to have somebody trained to answer the phone and set appointments for you, I promise you it'll make your business so much easier. You'll get more business. You'll make more money. You'll just be that much happier. Okay, so next is a really important part. This is the keywords. So the way I like to explain this is, one, they're called ad groups, right? And if you think of an ad group, you can kind of think of an ad group as a room within a hotel or an apartment, right? There's an apartment, there's different rooms or homes, right? The ad group is the home inside of the apartment building. Okay, there's a giant apartment building. It has multiple homes inside that apartment building, okay? The apartment building is your campaign, okay? Then the homes inside of that is your ad group, okay? And then next, it comes your ads. Now, your ads are the rooms inside of the homes inside of the apartment building, like the bathroom, the living room, the bedroom, right? Those are your ads. Okay, and we'll go over ads and ad copy and how to make good ads and oh, man. Okay, I just realized something here. And things of that nature. Something may have messed up in my last guide. I'm gonna have to go back and change that there. Okay. So, with that being said, what you want to do for each ad group, right? For each home inside the apartment building is you want to have a separate service per each ad group. So whatever service you have, whatever your main service is, you can go ahead and add that here. So for example, let's just do, what's a main service for electricians, right? Electrical panel upgrade, right? That's just one service. I know there's hundreds of services, right? But just take my example, okay? So that would be one ad group because that's one service. Does that make sense? So you want to have one service per ad group. And then what you want to do is you want to add keywords that are related to that specific service within that ad group. So to kind of explain keywords are essentially just words that people usually use when they search up on Google. And what Google actually categorizes them as is there's 3 different types of keywords. There's broad match, there's phrase match, and then there's exact match. So let me just show you what a phrase match is. Okay, that's a phrase match with the quotations. Okay, this is a exact match with the brackets. Okay, and this is a broad match with nothing. Right, so the difference between these, okay, so a phrase match with the quotations, the first one here, what that means is that anything that matches that phrase, your ad will show up with. Your ad will show up. So if it's electrical panel upgrade, your ad will show up any keyword that matches that phrase. So electrical panel upgrade near me, electrical panel upgrade contractors, electrical panel upgrade residential, electrical panel upgrade commercial. Those will be your ad will show for those because the phrase matches. Right? That's what a phrase match is. So an exact match is exactly what it says. An exact match. There's nothing else that goes into that word, and your ad will only show up for whatever's that, if someone searches that exact keyword in. So if we do an exact match for electrical panel upgrade, that means that your keyword or your ad will not show up for anything that's related to it unless the client or the customer actually only searches up electrical panel upgrade. It will not show up for electrical panel upgrade near me, electrical panel upgrade company, electrical panel upgrade prices, electrical panel upgrade cost. It will not show up for that unless they just put electrical panel upgrade. Okay. The next is broad match. Now, broad match is anything that's minutely related to the keyword, your ad will show up for it. Now, in my opinion, there's no point to use broad match on your Google ad because you will be showing up for terms that make no sense to your business. It will be a waste of views, it'll be a waste of clicks, and you'll just waste money. So there's no reason you should use broad match, but anything that's minutely related to the keyword, your ad will show up for it. So you can go ahead and delete broad match from your Google ad, especially for local service-based businesses like Electricians. So what you actually want to focus on is phrase match and exact match in your keywords. And what I like to do is the longer tailed keywords, which long tail keyword just means more exact or longer keyword, like electrical panel upgrade is kind of a long tail. It's not really super long tail. It's more broad because there's so many phrases that can come after that, like electrical panel upgrade near me, electrical panel upgrade company, electrical panel upgrade contractor, electrical panel upgrade cost. It's a little bit more broad because it can go on to other things. Whereas if you do electrical panel upgrade company near me, electrical panel upgrade cost near me, that's a long tail keyword. And what I like to do with those is I like to do exact match. Because the more specific your keyword is, the more I like to do exact match. Okay? And if you want to just double check that keyword has search volume, you can also use Google Keyword Planner like I showed you before. Put in that keyword and see if it's getting search volume. And then if it is, you can go after it just exact match to get those, really, because the longer the tail the keyword is, the higher intent the buyer is. Because if somebody's searching up electrical panel upgrade near me, chances are they're looking for somebody to do electrical panel upgrade near them. Right? So I hope that explains keywords and what you should go after. What I recommend is doing like 7 to 8, maybe 5 to 10 keywords. And like I said, make sure they have search volume, use phrase match and exact match. And you should be good there. If you guys want me to do a video on a deeper dive on keywords, explaining them, how they work, how much you should add, and everything like that, go ahead and leave me a comment in the comments, and I'll see what I can do in the future for that. Okay, so now, and like I said, remember, multiple ad groups, multiple services. So however many services you want to do, you make that many ad groups. Now, Google is a little bit stingy right now. They're not going to let you add another ad group when you're just making the ad. But as soon as you make the ad, you can just go to your ad groups, click add new ad group, and go ahead and just add the rest of your services. Super easy. Okay. So next is another super important part, and this is the actual ad, the ad copy. Now, this is what people see before they actually click on your ad. So what I like to do here is obviously put the URL, put the final URL, and also something I want to mention too about your landing page. Make sure your landing page matches whatever service you're offering. Don't put a universal landing page here. If you're gonna focus on wiring or installation, electrical installation, just a service, right? Make sure that your final URL or your landing page is about electrical installation. It's not about panel upgrades or something different. That'll just make the buyer's journey a lot simpler. They won't get confused and not give you a call. So make sure it's all about that. And you'll want to make separate landing pages per ad group. So yeah, moving on. Display path, super easy. Just go ahead and put, you can do either an offer here, or you can just put whatever your service is, panel upgrade. It's really simple. Don't overthink this part. Doesn't have to be super extravagant here. Now, this is the really important part. Actually, also put your phone number here, your company phone number here, because what that's going to do is it's going to show up on the bottom of your ad, which then the client can actually click on and give you a call. So go ahead and do that. Okay, now here's the important part. This is the headlines. So for the headlines, and on my last video, it was a little bit different, but I think it put me as a call ad for some reason. I don't know what was going on with that, but unless Google is just changing everything daily and day in and day out. Either way, the process is completely the same. What I like to do is I like to just put in 3 headlines per ad. I don't like to fill out all 15 headlines, and I know some people will tell you fill up all 15, but honestly, it doesn't really make a difference. And plus, you're only going to see 2 headlines at a time, and then if you have all 15 headlines, you're not going to know which headlines are getting you the clicks. You're just not going to know. So what I like to do is per ad, I like to do 3 different headlines. The first headline, I like to show who we are, what we are, and how good we are. So number 1 electrical serviceman in San Diego, if you can fit that. Number 1 panel upgrade company. That's it, because you can only do 30 characters. Make sure it fits in there, right? Best electrical upgrade, right? Just let them know what you are, what you do, and how good you are at doing said service, okay? And then the next one, what I like to do for the second headline is I like to put an incentive to click on the ad. So if you have a really good offer, right? Same day service, same day estimates, right? Emergency 24-hour service, right? If you have an insane offer, and what I like to do is I like to look at competitors, see what they're saying in their Google ads. And it's super easy to look at competitors. All you do is you search your local market on Google, electrical services near me. You'll see all of these electricians running ads. Look at their offers. If you don't see any crazy offers, well, that's better for you, because you'll be something that separates you from your competition. You want to see what offers they're offering, maybe get some brainstorm ideas or come up with a really good offer yourself. And you just want to put that in that second headline to incentivize the client to click on your lead, to click on your website and give you a call. So, free electrical inspections, right? Just certain things that'll get somebody to want to click there. Okay. And then third headline, what I like to do is I like to put an authority headline. So, think of anything that shows authority: 20 years experience, 15 years experience, 10 years experience, right? You can either do an authority line or you can just do another incentive for that third line. It doesn't matter as much as the first two, because the first two headlines are going to be the ones that Google mostly shows to your customers. So, so 20 years experience in business, right? Something of that nature, just to show you're an authoritative company in your niche. It'll just give customers that much reassurance. So, dog barking outside. Okay, so descriptions. Now, descriptions, you can combine all three headlines, not the exact headlines, but all three concepts. Your authority, incentive, and don't overthink it. Descriptions. If you need help, use AI, use ChatGPT. It's 2024. Ask them to make you a description for Google Ads. It's not super detrimental. But I like to combine, who we are, how good we are, what services we offer, and an incentive to click on our ad, and then a CTA. Super simple, guys. Don't overthink your descriptions. And then I like to put at least two. Actually, they require you to do two, so you can just go ahead and do two. You can do four if you want. Again, it's not super detrimental. As a matter of fact, you probably should only do two so you know which ones work the best. Images, don't really worry about images. Business name, don't worry about that. Business logo, add your business logo. It'll add a little bit more credibility. Okay, site links. Now, this is up to you on how broad you want to build your landing page. First, I'm going to tell you the benefits of site links. Okay, when you're looking at Google Ads, you'll see that some Google Ads have multiple click options for the customer to do. And what this does for them, and this is basically a game changer, it gives them more real estate. And what is real estate? Real estate is screen space. So think about it. This right here, this site links is taking up real estate on my screen right now. Look how much real estate it's taking up. I can do this, that, right? It's taking up a lot of real estate. So that's exactly what it's going to do on Google's website when you add these site links. It's going to give you more real estate, which gives you more view points, which gives the client more options to click on your ad. You push all your competition either upside or downside, and they're just looking at your ad because it takes up most of their screen space. So if you want to build your landing page, a little bit girthy, right? You want to add a contact us page. You want to add a testimonials page. You want to add a previous jobs page. You want to add a, I said testimonials already. But, any other page that you think you can have, just make sure you have a clear call to action on each of those pages, okay? You don't want them to click on there and then have to click all the way to your home page to just give you a call. You want to make this as seamless and as easy as possible for the client. So, again, if you want to add a contact us page, if you want to add a testimonials, like I said, right? Make sure you have a call to action on those pages, and then that will give you more space on the Google ad, which will give you more opportunity for the client to click on your ad, because a lot of your competitors will not have this, and that'll just show you as you're different as well. Callouts aren't super detrimental, but if you can think of some callouts, just offers, some insane offers for callouts, you can use that as well. Again, that's not super detrimental, and you can see here, what exactly callouts can actually help you with, right? Like I said, like 24/7 customer service, 24/7 emergency service, free estimates, right? And you could just add callouts just to add a little bit more girth to your ad. I love that word, girth. I don't know why. Anyways, moving on. More asset types. So promotions, if you have any promotions, you can do that. Prices, I don't really recommend you put prices. You want people to call you for prices. And then lead forms if you wanted to do that. But then after that, you can go ahead and click done, and you'll see that your ad is done. And then, so remember the structure of a Google ad, right? The campaign, that's the apartment building. The ad group, that is the individual rooms within inside that apartment building, okay? Ad, the individual rooms or sections of the rooms inside of the apartment building, right? i.e. the bathroom, the kitchen, the living room, the bedroom, right? Those are your ads, okay? And also, Google does not allow you to make another responsive search ad. So what you want to do is after this ad is done, and you want to add at least 3 more ads with different headlines, right? Test which one works the best, because remember, Google's going to optimize your best ad. So you want to give Google multiple options to test through while your ad is testing. So that way you know exactly what's going to produce you the most clicks, what's exactly going to produce you the most calls, right? So at least 3 ads per ad group that you want to make. And again, with ad groups, it just depends on how many services you want to offer. If you want to offer 10 services, that means you need 10 ad groups. If you want to offer 5 services, that means you need 5 ad groups, right? So it's all up to you. Okay, so go ahead and click next after you get that done. And then next, it'll bring you over to the budget. Budget's super easy. If you're running your ad for 5 days a week, just understand that what I recommend your baseline monthly budget to be is at least $1,500 to $3,000 to really get some good data and really understand if your Google ad's going to be profitable or not. So what you want to do is you just want to divide, right? 1,500. Let's say you only run your ad 5 days a week. The average month has like 30 or something days. That's like average. You're probably running your ad for 22 days a week, right? Because 4 weekends in a month, that means that's 8. And you do, what am I doing? 4 weekends, so 4 times 2, that's 8. So that means 8 days. Let's say the average month is 30 days. So you'll be running ads for 22 days. This is just an average, right? And what you want to do is you would just want to do 1,500. Say if you were going to spend 1,500 a month on ads, you just divide that by 22. That means your daily budget would be about $68. Okay? Now, what I recommend is I recommend looking at that Google keyword planner and then seeing what your max CPC will be when you set that in your bidding, and then getting at least 5 to 7 clicks a day. Okay? 5 to 7 to 10 clicks a day. The reason I say that is because if you only get 1 to 3 clicks a day, it's going to be kind of hard to convert that over to customers. So you want to get 5 to 10 clicks a day. So then that means if you're getting 5 to 10 clicks a day, and we came up with about $28 cost per click, you do 28 times 5, that's $140 a day. Okay? Now, like I said, that's just what I recommend. You could do less than that, right? But again, if you do 140 times 22, that means that your monthly budget will be about $3,000.80, right? So again, I recommend at least 5 clicks a day, 5 to 10 clicks a day, and then divide that to figure out what your daily budget actually is. Now, of course, there's nuances to this, guys. There's nuances to everything, right? Your cost per click might not even be $28. It might be cheaper, right? Google may tell you your cost per click is too low, and you can add it up a little bit, right? It may be more expensive than $28, right? There's nuances to everything, guys, but I'm just giving you a general idea of what to expect when your ad actually starts running, okay? And then what you want to do is you want to just go to custom budget, and then what you want to do is your average daily budget. So you want to get 5 clicks at a $28 cost per click, $140. Okay, and just ignore my numbers down here, but it'll tell you your average CPC, your weekly cost, and your weekly clicks. Okay, and then go ahead and click next once you do that. Okay, so there it is, guys. I mean, you basically just finished up your first Google ad, or your second, but you've actually made an optimized Google ad that's going to get you high converting customers. Now my page is going to look different here than yours. It's asking me to fix issues, but yours will just download a little bit, and then it'll tell you, okay, your ad is ready to run, and then you just click run, and your ad will start running, guys. And remember, after you're done, there's still things to do. Okay, there's multiple things to do. Google Ads is not a set and forget thing. Okay, you need to stay on top of it. You need to add negative keywords. You need to add conversion tracking on your landing page. You need to build your landing page, right? Well, obviously you want to build your landing page first before you make the Google ad, but you know, you want to test your landing page. You want to do conversion tracking so you know what clients are converting, right? You'll figure out your cost per action, and then you'll switch it to conversion. You want to add negative keywords. You want to add negative search terms. You want to just overall be on top of your ad and optimizing it. The lifetime of an ad, or the lifeline, it goes 2 days in policy review, and then it's 5 days of testing. And then after that testing is when you can start adding negative keywords and start adding negative search terms. That's when you really want to start touching your ad and really developing it into a return on investment behemoth that's getting you money constantly. So there's still a lot of work to do. Now, guys, this is just the basic. This is just setting it up. If you are looking for a experienced team to run your Google ads for you, add the negative keywords, add the conversion tracking, make sure that your landing page is optimized well to convert, shoot me an email down below, and me and my team will get back to you and figure out a game plan of how we're going to optimize your ad to make sure that you're producing a high return on investment. But other than that, I'm glad I can help, guys. If you guys need me to make any more type of videos, please leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, and then I will see you guys most likely tomorrow with another guide explaining how to run Google Ads for another industry. Okay, so I appreciate your guys' time. I hope this video helped you guys out. Again, if you guys have anything that you need me to do in the future, please make a video on it. Or yeah, if you want me to, please make I don't know what I'm saying, it's late, but you guys get the point. I will get on that. So like I said, guys, you guys have a good night. Appreciate you guys being here, and then until next time.